Let's just
Moving
spoil
on.
the show. We're in the
Yeah.
best part of this. All right. So Mando starts. I love the way they start it, dude.
Yeah.
They give us a recap. They get you caught up, which I loved how they did it. It was a nice recap.
Yeah.
Because they had to. Because if nobody watched Boba Fett, which a lot of people didn't because it sucked, they missed the Mandalorian episode, and there was a lot that happened in that. You really have to see that to know what's going on.
Never mind.
But then they got you caught up to speed. Although they didn't talk about Luke. They still didn't talk about Luke and Grogu returning, though, did they?
It did
Nope.
kind of. He mentioned that he chose him and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't
that wasn't in the beginning.
Huh.
In the beginning,
no,
it
I
was
wasn't talking about the beginning.
the whole you're an apostate now because you took your helmet off.
But they never showed anything about Grogu coming back.
They didn't. No.
Oh, wow. That was kind of a miss. That's kind of a big one. I think they just really want people to go back and watch Boba Fett. That was probably more of a marketing strategy than anything.
I watched it, and I don't even want to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
The only episode I would watch would be that one.
That's what I did. I went back and watched that episode
Yeah.
5 and I think 6. 7, I was like, okay, yeah I get it.
Yeah, we get it.
Like I did. But yeah, so right into, we were left wondering right at the beginning of the episode, they were like, is this past tense? Future tense? Because it starts off.
Yeah,
I love how even they start with the
Foundling.
helmets. It was just like armor clinking, you know, it was like, it was cool. So they lead off with the armorer making armor. What do you know?
What? Wow, it's almost like that's her job description.
What? You're spoiling this.
It literally
Yeah, no,
is.
that's what we're doing.
We're in the
I know,
spoiler.
it's a joke.
Oh,
Come on, Matt.
Pick up on the crap.
Pick up on it. And what'd you guys think about that intro?
Oh, that's great. But yet,
I liked it. Sorry, my mic was off. But yeah, no, it was good. It was just fresh, you know.
It was
was.
fresh.
it's funky fresh.
Yeah.
All I kept thinking about those Forge and Fire. I watch Forge and Fire a lot, and I was
Yes.
like, I wonder if they would like critique this, right? You know, it's in a
They'd be
galaxy
like-
far, far away, and
they'd
it's
be like-
Beskar, so I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah, they'd be
but-
like, "How did you know the measurement for his head
Right.
without measuring his head?"
Well,
that was the thought. That was the thought that went through your head. I was like, I don't think that
Could you-
steel was warm enough for them to put it in the oil to quench it.
Could you imagine? Like she goes to put it on, it's just like, thump.
She gets it wrong. Oh
gosh.
no!
Wait, this is gonna hurt.
This is awkward.
The kid's just like
just bleeding down
"Oh,
his-
I could never take this off.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
That's
okay.
the point.
The other thing I wanted to point out is like, why didn't you said it? Is like,
Yeah.
maybe you should cut his hair before you put the helmet on.
I don't
because
think I said it. I think Dan
somebody
said it.
said it, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Why he has long hair and
Give the
it's
man a haircut.
showing underneath his helmet. It's like,
Yeah.
And never
Wouldn't you-
gonna be able to take it off.
no, yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just have long hair.
Well, that's-
it's my cape.
Unless I said they just do the Mando cut, which is like the bowl cut when
Yeah.
they were kids. They just
Yeah,
put the
right.
head and cut around it. So they just put the helmet on and then they just cut around it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The funny thing is that
solid.
in that scene as well, because they got interrupted by the giant, somebody didn't do shark duty.
Yeah, who's who's on watch?
Clearly, if you live next to an ocean or body of water where there's potentially something that could eat somebody, you probably wouldn't let the kid go in.
Did they know that was there?
I think they did.
The other thing that's interesting
to
is that he
There was
didn't
a
actually say
possibility.
the full creed.
No.
Right, I noticed
Oh.
that. I noticed
They
that.
cut him. He got cut off. So that's what I thought. Maybe it was Mando. We thought we were
Yeah.
back in time, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh,
what
maybe
we-
that's
I was
Mando.
thinking, like,
He never
maybe
fully
didn't
said
actually
it.
have to.
Is that what you were thinking, Matt?
I
Yeah.
was thinking.
I was
you guys
thinking-
were thinking deep
Words
into
were
that.
thinking there, and yeah.
Yeah, I was like, maybe he didn't say it fully, so he's not an apostate. So
Yeah,
the apostate
so-
was bait and switch
Because he
But-
was never actually a Mandalorian.
because he never
right?
actually said it. Because it's
His
like
whole life is a lie.
Princess Bride is like,
Gosh.
did you say I do or whatever it was? Remember
Never
that?
happened.
Right.
Never happened. So
Marriage.
it's just an interesting
Marriage.
twist, you know. So, but it didn't happen. So
Yeah.
That's a good point. I totally missed that. I mean, I realized I didn't, but I didn't think about it after that point at all because I was just like,
No.
Monster.
See, and
Man.
me
Mandos.
and Matt were all over it.
yeah, you guys were thinking about it, and then I was like, yeah, I mean, it could be him when he was younger, but also, did the armorer and Paz Vizsla not age at all?
Well,
if
if it's
they're
just
armor, how
armor,
you supposed
so-
to know.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's
Well,
true,
what?
but they're like the same size.
well,
Was the armor just like
they
super
stay
young?
fit. You
Yeah.
know,
They stay fit.
Bruh.
They're more
You can
machine now
repaint
than
armor.
man.
Vader shows up.
Right.
Sand.
Throw sand in his face. Ah! I hate you.
He's yelling at the turtle monster alligator. Yeah, what'd you guys think of that alligator turtle? It was like a
interesting, yeah.
snapping turtle body with a alligator head.
Yeah.
and it was
I
ginormous.
feel like the body was even alligator-like.
Well, it was, but it had
Yeah,
kind of
'cause
like
It
a turtle
it
shell
basically
type
just had
thing.
the shell on it.
Yeah, kind
From
of.
the turtle.
It's basically a giant
What do you
gator.
think about the gore?
Dude, that was awesome.
I was not
I
expecting.
wasn't expecting it. We
Yeah, it
got
was-
showered in blood.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Entrails.
We haven't got that anywhere else in Star Wars.
No.
Like for it was kind of an
Well-
epic way of ending it. You're like,
Yeah.
that would be pretty messy.
Not since.
Yeah,
What
like-
season was that? They did the. Was it the
Episode-
Crate Dragon?
Episode 1 of season 2,
They brought
and
back.
it reminded me.
Oh
of that.
yeah.
They brought back the McRib in style.
The gator rib.
the Gator Rib.
Gator needs his gat.
Yeah.
You ever had
Um,
gator nuggets?
Dude,
No.
yeah,
Are they good?
they're a little
Just tastes
chewy.
like chicken.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a little more gamey version of chicken.
It probably.
I know. But if you fry anything, it tastes pretty good. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Even liver.
You've eaten human meat before?
No, I'm not a human.
My goodness,
I
Dustin.
am, no,
I'm
I'm
a
not a
bit of a
cannibal.
How are you
cannibal
not
myself.
in jail?
I'm not a cannibal.
I am not a
Are
cannibal.
you supposed to get the shakes or something? when
Yeah,
you do
because
that?
too much protein.
Oh, it's just the protein. It's not like the enzymes.
That's what it is.
I thought it was the enzymes.
Or that, too. I think it's overload of protein and those enzymes.
Wow. We're going deep into cannibalism.
Yeah,
tonight.
we are.
Stay on target. The show
Yeah,
where
it's
we do
what
everything
gets
but
mad excited.
Kind of scary
what
that you
gets mad
guys
excited.
know anything about it.
He likes
Oh,
torture and
Yeah. Speaking of torture,
Why am I getting to like it now?
I'm getting to like it now. Because you already like torture. I mean, cannibalism is just the next step.
That's the next step
No, I
Yeah.
from
think
torture.
I think
Well, you
murder's
got-
the next step.
Well, maybe
I mean,
murder, unless you want the
Murder.
meat fresh.
Then you can eat it.
Okay, we've gone down a dark path.
This is
very
We need to get back on. We're getting back on, people. So, speaking of gore, I thought it was a very PG-13 way to do it, though. It wasn't like the Mandalorian came out of the thing covered in blood and guts. You know, it was just
Oh,
like,
cool it is.
He
It wasn't
exploded,
airplanes, so
and what an
airplane.
intro was that?
it's jet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you saying over there?
Don't worry
He's
about it.
mumbling to himself. He's like, oh, cannibalism. I love
That was not said.
it. That was not said.
No,
by
but what an
my
entrance.
mouth.
The funny thing was the whole time I was like, maybe that's the Mando. Maybe that's the
Yeah,
Mando.
no, you were like, was that the man?
I don't know why.
I'm like, dude, it looked like,
Dude,
it
'cause I-
looked like
shut
him,
up.
but his colors were way off.
Yeah, I was like, maybe this is earlier on, and this is where like Paz and him are gonna get into like an argument, and that's
Yeah.
why they don't like each other for a long time.
Right.
My mind was going there, but it was
Yeah, but
definitely not right.
Wasn't it kind of funny that they like kept falling into the water, and then other ones would come and get them,
Yeah,
and then more would fall into the water, and then they'd have to go get those ones
Yeah,
too.
it was
I
kind of.
like, why are you even in the water?
I think the
Because of the water.
smartest thing they did was go to the air. You know,
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
probably the best part. But
Yeah.
that one dude got eaten like right away.
You guys couldn't do that with your chest plates.
yeah.
Good point. Thank
Whatever, Matt.
you. Way to bring it back.
that's what I said. I was like, man, no wonder the Mandalorians got conquered so easily by the Empire or whoever. They're
Jeez,
like,
if this is how they
just
fight.
run at him. Even the armorer, she's like, she's still got her hammer, and she's like, and then
Oh,
she
smack
runs into the
your
water
son.
with her stuff, and then pulls the guy out of the water. Or did
Yep.
she throw it down on the dirt right at the last second?
I know.
It felt like she ran into the water with all of her stuff, like she was gonna fight.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
And then she attached it real quick, grabbed that guy. Somehow they didn't get, and then she did get knocked over.
yeah.
right.
And I guess she was about to get eaten or something, and
Yeah.
then
I don't.
And the
That-
foundling was like, "I'll protect
I'll
you."
get you
And
with
just
my fin.
stand here. I
that
thought
was the only weak part for me was a little bit of how they were dealing with it. I was like, oh, this is Mandalore. Like
Right.
the Jawas would have done better,
Yeah.
you know. Anybody
Wow.
would have. Maybe the
attacking 'em.
the little furry things on Return of the Jedi.
Ewoks.
Ewoks.
Yeah.
Ewoks would
Yeah.
have done
Furry
better.
things. They were like giant logs.
Like they
falling
just
around.
keep
Teddy
shooting
bears.
like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, and like it's
Yeah.
not working. It
Yeah,
has
that's
like
right.
it's armor plated. It's like shooting at a AT-AT with a blaster. It's
Yeah.
just not gonna
It's
take
not
it.
gonna
right.
work.
Well, then they grappled to him like they were going to
Yeah.
hold him
And
down.
then
Like,
oh, he
Then
won't
they
move
grappled,
now.
yeah. I don't know.
like
Yeah.
we're tearing
It's
this
like,
right part
if we
right
have
now.
4 of us holding this 22 billion ton thing
Yeah.
with my arm and vambrace,
Yeah, with
was it a vambrace?
with the
Van
four
brace,
of us
yeah.
combined, we can keep down this
we'll
giant
hold it.
beast.
And then they just keep getting pulled in. Ooh.
And
Yeah.
why were they? I was thinking maybe they were gonna add some plan,
right.
and then they'd kill it, and then they're like, we got meat for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's what they were
But then-
thinking.
Well,
Maybe
the
it swoops in
Mandalorian
and
blew
saves the
all the
day.
meat out.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, they did try the explosives on the back. I thought that was probably one of the best things they tried was the explosives.
why
But
the back?
apparently,
Just throw it on the belly.
It was
yeah, or
also-
throw it in its
the
mouth.
tummy.
That's what you
Yeah.
do. You throw it in its
I
mouth.
personally would want to mount that head.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, good
Put it on the
point.
wall.
The armor could make a really good mount for you.
Right.
Yeah.
I was wondering though.
It definitely wasn't the best tactics that the
No.
Mandalorians had. That was probably the only negative, I think, of this entire episode. Watch, we're
Yeah.
gonna pick apart like 8 different things. But,
Yes, we will.
but no, that it still was cool to see. It was still a pretty good action sequence, and the CGI looked good. It looked clean.
it did.
It did the death roll. That was fun. And that's when it didn't make any sense. What were you gonna say, Dan?
I was wondering why they didn't have Din talk to who was Jon Favreau's character?
Paz
Vizsla.
Paz. Like they didn't show any interaction with those
No.
two guys. You realize he just went straight into the armorer.
I don't think it was necessary because the armor really said it all, and she had
Okay.
the attitude
She
that I
done
think
did say
Paz like the only thing.
Everybody hates him.
The only thing I
Right.
think that like maybe Paz and him could have had was like he's like about to walk into the cave with the armor, and then Paz gets in the way, and then she'd be like, "It's fine, let him come and say his apostate
Let him
words."
say his piece.
You
Let
know,
him
just to
say
show
his
some more
words.
tension. But I don't
Okay.
think it was really necessary. They probably filmed something like that, but
Yeah.
it just didn't really, with the pacing, didn't really make sense. But I agree with you.
Yeah,
Because they just fought. I mean, really, in the last episode,
that's what I mean. They didn't get along.
no,
No.
they fought each other like
Yeah.
for the Darksaber.
I thought maybe that's what I mean. Maybe there'd be something like Paz was like,
He
"You're
challenges
welcome
him
here.
again.
Thank you for helping us. I owe you now, or we're even, or whatever his reasoning is." Or maybe he'd be like, "Get out of here. Like we don't need. Why did you come? I had him. Or
I
something."
fought you.
Yeah.
I fought you fair and square.
But that wasn't part.
Cheated.
That just wasn't part of the plot today. And I think another reason why they did a great job editing it because it didn't have any fluff and it didn't have any
No.
stuff that didn't play into where they were going today.
Yeah, there was.
It was to the point.
It's to the point.
Yeah, there was not a dry moment. You also went to like what 3 different planets?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
3 different planets in it
So.
in one episode, which is pretty crazy.
Right.
Most Mandalorian episodes, you're like one planet, all right, and then you're off, and that's the end of the episode.
The thing I found kind of goofy though
Yeah.
was he was like expositioning every time he went to another planet.
Oh, I could see that.
You know,
yeah.
Like,
Well, he had to tell everybody you went to what he was doing.
Yeah.
In the
No, but I mean, talking to the kid, talking to Grogu, he's like,
Oh.
"Oh yeah, this is
But
this is blah, blah, blah.
You know, but
ways.
Yeah.
I didn't really mind that though, because like for new Star Wars,
right." Yeah, no, that's fine. That's all I'm saying. It's not even really a problem. It's just
You're the
I don't think
problem,
they've done
Nick.
that before.
yeah, but it made sense for Grogu though. Like at least they were doing it in a way
He's
that
teaching him
made
his
sense.
ways.
It wasn't just like Mandalorian by himself on the ship, and he's like, "And now I'm gonna land
me
on
talk
this
to
planet."
myself.
Right? Just talking to himself.
Yeah,
If you're gonna do that, you gotta just do the text.
Yeah.
Like Andor did.
exactly.
Andor. That was a good show.
And
This is above it though now
It is.
already.
Oh,
We
yeah.
talked when
Absolutely.
Andor came out. We talked like, I don't know. This is probably way better than Mandalorian now.
We were wrong.
And but we had reservations
yes,
because
At
we're
that
like,
restaurant.
but there's no action like Mando action.
Well,
that is true.
And Matt was like, yeah, there's just no action. Like the action in Andor never got to the
didn't.
story, the writing, the drama, the acting was
Yeah,
like off the chain on Andor. It was like Academy Award winning.
Yeah.
And writing. The story was so airtight. Like everything made sense. There was, again. So this one and
if
then
they combined this show and that
Yeah.
show, like with
Well,
the,
I'm
you
just-
take the writing, of the dialogue
Mhm.
of Andor with the acting of Andor,
Yep.
and you put it into the Mandalorian, where the Mandalorian has the story and the big hits. The things that hit hard and are impressive, like in Star Wars. That would be like a perfect show.
It would be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
I
off.
would-
no, you didn't. I just think that they did a great job, and this is the best of both worlds with good story and good writing. And I feel like you can tell that they had a little more time to breathe because the
Yeah.
other ones came out, like you said, a year apart, really less than a year apart. If you think about filming and writing and directing and whatnot, and bringing in the directors, because in the TV world you have to have a different director for every episode. And
Because reasons.
we didn't even touch on Taika, but
Yeah.
11 yet. But you know what I
We
mean.
haven't even got to that part.
The
We're still
directing
in the
in
beginning.
season 1 and the was just so tight. It was really really well done, and there was a couple that fell a little short for me. But season 2 also was really good.
Yeah, there's
Right.
still a few episodes even in season 2 where it was like,
Right.
it's it's just serialized. That was the thing.
Right,
It wasn't the bigger plot, and I feel like we're probably gonna run into an episode or two
Yeah.
in this, but I'm really hoping not. I really hope that they are gonna go all for the meat.
Well, because it's only 8 episodes, isn't
Meat's
it?
back on the menu, boys.
Mando's back on the menu.
Yeah, it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna go for the fluff.
I don't think so either. They're gonna go straight for the gator meat.
Straight for the jugular.
Yeah, which like again, Mando the apostate was the only one who could save him, and they're like,
Right.
she's like rude to him.
Yeah.
She's like, dude, you probably would have been eaten if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, next time I won't save you.
Yeah, next time I'll let you die.
Yeah.
And the
Cannibalism.
and it was like super cultish, like with
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was.
thing.
It
It was
was.
weird,
Well,
but
even
but it was still cool. I mean, it made sense for Mandalore.
even
That's
Bo-Katan called it a
Dustin's
cult.
thing.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think
think end of the episode.
their creed, well, and their factions, in what Bo said, is what broke up Mandalore far before the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Yeah.
She said before the fall.
Because they
Yeah.
had abandoned
She done did say
Mandalore
that.
before that.
Yeah. So
Long before that.
you guys want to touch upon Bo now? I mean, might as well. That
Bo.
Yeah,
that ending with him showing up with her just
Chilling
like
out.
it was really
chilling.
cool.
Chilling on a
It was a
throne.
cool
There's a little,
set. I
I've
love
never
it.
seen
Angry.
like Bo-Katan so broken.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she was straight up like, I'm done, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you loser.
She was
I
Bo-Katan.
was not seeing the what?
She was Bo-Katan.
Boken Katan.
Boken Katan at the
Yeah,
end.
Boken.
Wow.
She was Boken.
Yeah.
She was-
But no, she was. Dude, what? Did you have more?
She was a sad sack of suds.
Yeah, she was. Just.
Don't you mean a sack off, suds?
Oh,
my
Katie
goodness.
Sack
You
off.
got it.
Better. Man.
Full circle.
Full cir-
Oh,
we
wow.
love circles here.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah,
Except for
she
when
was
you
definitely
say 'em.
broken, and I was not seeing the wedding bells there. I'm just saying,
No.
there was not a spark.
No.
Even though he was being still respectful of
Yeah.
her, and she was still kind of throwing shade at him though, because she was
was.
like,
Well, she's just angry.
I just can't believe
angry.
that she lost everything that quick just because she didn't get the.
Yeah, but also, like, wouldn't she have lost everything even quicker when they realized she didn't have the Darksaber before they got to Mandalore?
Well, I think it was because it was her quest to get it back, and then she found
I
it.
have a quest.
She found it, and she didn't get it, and I think that is what
Oh,
you know what I mean.
that's what it is.
That's what drove them to
Yeah.
not follow her anymore. They were like,
Yeah.
"You had it. Why didn't you
and
challenge
that was the
him?"
end. That was the end of season 2.
That was the end of season 2.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
Okay,
And
it
he-
makes more sense now.
yes,
'Cause
Yes,
I was
think
like-
it's,
Wouldn't they have known she didn't have it? You know?
yeah,
Mm?
and that's what happens, and that's why it fell apart afterwards.
Maybe she'll end up tailing him to Mandalore. You know?
yeah,
You know.
I think
Yeah.
there's
I bet.
it's
Well,
ripe
Because
for
she'll be like,
okay.
you know what? He's got the Darksaber. Maybe it's not such a bad deal. I'll marry the guy.
Yeah, it's either that, I keep seeing memes about that. I don't know if we
Yeah.
sent that one. The meme
Yeah,
was
it's like
fight
fight Din Djarin for the Darksaber. Marry
married
Din
in
Djarin.
John. It's for the lights for the dark saber.
Yeah.
No,
how does
for-
that
uh,
work?
for-
What does
for-
marriage look
yeah.
like
Power.
inside of Mandalore?
I don't know. That'd be an
know.
interesting concept. It would be a good
Uh,
concept to go into in this world.
Two people.
I just think
Becoming one.
they just have set her up for reconciliation, maybe, but they've
Yeah.
set her up and the armorer, who clearly, obviously, don't see eye to eye. If Din can get to Mandalore
think-
and do the thing that he wants to do, and
Yeah.
be unapostated or whatever,
Yeah.
He's
now
no
he
longer an
can,
apostate.
maybe he really is the one to reunite
Yeah, and it's-
Mandalore.
Yeah,
with
speculation
everybody.
mode. I agree with you 100%. I think that Din, the Mandalorian, is the one to bridge the divide
Yep.
and really give Bo-Katan something to believe in again.
Yep.
And I think he's going to prove to everybody, not only the armor, that they're faulty in their ways, but
Yep.
he's going to have to unite all the factions together.
Yep.
And I think that's what Din, by going to Mandalore, finding out that it's not poisoned
Yep.
fully, and that he's
That
gonna
there's
go
still-
to the well, he's gonna ride a mythosaur,
Yep.
and/or kill it.
Andor. Andor's gonna show up.
Andor's
Kill
gonna
the mythosaur.
he shoots the mythosaur,
Kill it for him.
or he rides the mythosaur, or
gosh.
something epic like that.
Yeah.
And
And then they're gonna be like, "This guy's the real
yeah,
deal."
and then he's gonna
This
have to
big.
convince all the Mandalorians to come together, because we do see in the trailer there's all those Mandalorians dropping from that dropship, and I think those are Bo-Katan's
Yeah.
Mandalorians from that ship that they got.
Yeah, but where are they dropping?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
We don't know
Andor?
yet.
Well, no, I think it might be
Navarro?
Navarro, because remember Navarro
Yeah.
is where the pirates attack,
Pirates.
and that's whenever the Mandalorians
Yeah.
show up. And I
Okay,
think-
going into that point
Do it.
with the pirates.
Yeah, let's
That's
do
the
it.
only drawback of this episode that
Okay,
Dan was saying.
no, don't say it. No, sorry.
Why wouldn't they make the Pirate King Hondo?
Yeah,
Instead
okay.
of what's his
Agreed.
name?
Come
And
on,
it's like, dude, it would have just been so funny
Fact checker, say
to
what you.
see Hondo in live action.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Anytime you could bring Hondo into Star Wars,
Please just do it.
I'm still optimistic.
Seriously.
I'm
Yeah.
still optimistic.
Yeah.
Whoever this leader guy, the green
the green
monster thing.
he's like the Swamp Thing
Swamp
mixed
Thing.
with Davy Jones.
Yep.
But Hondo would
Green.
take that guy out in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Or he'd just,
He'd make him
a
laugh in less than
roundabout.
4.
way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He'd weasel his way in and out, and he'd
Yeah.
end up owning the whole gang of pirates.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Because
I'm telling
he used
you,
to be
though.
the best. He's still alive. It just I'm optimistic still, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. I hope they do that. Like he dies and then Hondo shows up and he's
Yeah.
like,
Get mine now.
there are profits to be made.
Fact checker, can you fact check the species of that main
Yeah, I don't know what
pirate
that
dude?
was.
He a Nikto?
Nikto.
I guess if I had to say one nitpick, this is
Yeah.
a very, very
man,
like
we're getting more.
not even worth mentioning, but I'm
We're
gonna
ripping
mention
it
it.
apart.
It's not even
is
worth it. But I'm
The
gonna do it.
the Nikto's like face thing was a little rubbery, and it was like it definitely looked like he was having a hard time acting. in
Yeah.
it.
Like he was
Like, it
breathing
didn't-
through his mouth.
it
'cause he
didn't
couldn't breathe
move.
through his nose.
As much as
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. I'm not saying like I'm
It
saying it
wasn't.
really
You
was
could
not
tell-
anything, but it was just you could tell that guy was working hard
You could tell
to
it
try
was a
and make it work.
prosthetic.
Yeah.
Working hard.
But they still did a good job bringing
Yeah.
like aliens. I'm so glad that like all of them were aliens.
Yep.
That was awesome. Like
There was no
we
humans.
saw so many more aliens than we did humans in this
Yeah.
in this show, and I love that.
That's Star
Anytime
Wars.
I've
So
always
welcome,
said
yeah.
Star Wars, the more aliens, the better. That
Yep.
just makes it more Star Wars.
That's Star
And
Wars,
droids.
baby.
Yep, 100%.
They don't say what species he is. He's new, I guess.
No, he's definitely
Well, yeah,
he's
he's gotta
definitely
be-
I think he's like a Nikto
Fact
or
checker
something.
Is it
just
the
told
one-
you.
No. Are you talking about?
I'm talking. No. I'm not talking about the
He's
head.
not talking about the Pirate King.
I'm
He's
talking about the dude that they talked to, Nish Vane.
Vane,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vane. Sorry, I was not clear.
Be
Was I not
more
clear? I
What
was not
not
clear.
I thought you were clear.
No, I wasn't very clear.
Name that reference.
Yes, if you get that, you get a Wookiee cookie.
Yeah.
The thing, my question
it's
is,
solid gold. That's what the Wookiee cookies
did the
are.
guy get away that was,
Probably Nick.
he got away from Grief. Grief let him go, and then he got away off of being shot away.
Yeah,
so
he's got plot armor for sure.
Yeah, he's
Vane.
he's coming back.
he's coming.
He's
back.
gonna die by the end of the
He's
season.
quite vain.
But, Star Wars needs like throwaway, like sub
Yeah.
villains.
Yeah.
So
Why
that
not?
people can die.
You need.
Yeah, so
You s-
people can just be blown up, and alien pirates.
Yeah.
One of them was like
Nobody
a Greedo type, wasn't he? Or no, there were different aliens on like the dog face, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there was an
'cause he was from-
Aqualish-
Yeah.
Yeah, Aqualit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Aqualit?
No, wait.
No, it was
It's the other
Quarren.
one. Quarren.
There's a
That's what it
Quarren.
is.
There was that dog faced dude, those
Yeah.
dog faced ones.
Yep.
Nikto. So he was a Nikto. Okay, it was a Nikto. Cool. But yeah, that face stuff looked like it was tricky to act in
Yeah.
for sure.
It looked good.
It did. He did a really good job.
I don't think he could
like that
breathe
character.
through his nose though.
He felt very Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was still kind of funny. Like
Yeah.
the whole like, it's a school now. That makes sense why they didn't
Right.
let me in.
That makes sense why she didn't let me in.
Yeah, I like
Says,
that, and I like how they still made Grief manly, but yet still like
Yeah.
the leader.
He's in charge.
Like he just blasted that dude.
Yeah.
Bah.
He's like, bah,
Bah!
bah. If you like that video, well, that's on you, because that video was trash. Now, I could tell you to go click on a link and watch the whole video, but I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing on this show. I'm kind of just here. So I'm just going to sit here while you make up your mind. And I'm going to contemplate life choices.